on Cody Coleman. Today, for summer D&D setting, we're talking about Eberron, Wizard of the Coast, or WotC's first new setting from their right. Let's talk about it. We're almost done with the summer of D&D settings, and today's will be our last main setting we're going to deep dive to, and that is Eberron. Let's talk about it. Once again, for this mini-series, I've been doing it with my friend Magic Friends, and today we're talking about D&D's first setting now owned by WotC's. That means I have to explain 3.5 or Pathfinder later on, but that's another story. Let's talk about 3.5 before we start.
So, WotC goes Wizard of the Coast. WotC, their short name is WotC.
Yeah, BOD TSR, or Tactical Study Rules, which we have talked a little before, but this is now they own it, starting with the third edition, which made feats more important and more like modern feats. Like I got confused last time.
So let's recap real quick.
Yeah.
Wizard of the Coast buys TSR just before they're about to switch from second edition, which had been the current version, to 3.5.
Yeah.
Well, to third edition.
Right.
Third edition comes out. There's a bunch of errors in the book because the transfer process wasn't great.
Right.
There was a bunch of things that didn't work right and were kind of broken.
Yeah.
So that's why third edition often is called 3.5, because there's technically 5 or 6 books that were printed in third edition. And then Wizards of the Coast said, hold on, here's an updated version third that we're going to call 3.5. And so when you hear us say 3.5, it really is the third edition, but it's the second base rule set for the third edition.
Yes. And also, just to know, D&D 3.5 is when I got into D&D, kind of. I got into 4th edition, but I did look up stuff when a little towards the super tail end of 3.5. And yes, 4th edition was so bad, 3.5 became Pathfinder, but that's another show.
Yeah, so at this point, with Dungeons & Dragons is out of the era of being considered like taboo. It's not getting hunted by like crazy religious people trying to like say that they're summoning demons. Like that's over. Right. And nerds are kind of becoming more popular. So a lot of people have started D&D. The number of players grows like 5 to 6 times as many players in third edition. And third edition lasted for a very long time. There's over 50 D&D third 3.5 books.
Yeah.
And then it's so beloved that that's what caused Pathfinder be spawned when 4th edition came out and it changed so much. Everybody's like, we like the old stuff more. We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
So the other nice thing about that is that 3.5 is the setting for Eberron. Eberron is the first
fan-built campaign setting, which I was going to say, but point is, this setting is one of D&D's really last great things. And remember, for the past couple of weeks, we've been saying about the cosmology of D&D each part. This is sort of the enigma of the point, where there is technically opposite to Dragonlance and angle, like the big triangle is now a diamond because of Eberron, which is kind of confusing, but the point is Eberron is still in that triangle, but on the opposite axis of Dragonlance, and Forgotten Realms and Greyhawk are on the middle of the diamond of now.
I almost kind of consider it like it used to be a triangle. Kryn, Forgotten Realms, and Orth or Greyhawk.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like it's just a 3-dimensional one. It's like it's a 4-sided dice, right?
Yes, that's
the triangle just kind of fits in a 3-dimensional space.
Correct.
So,
that's how I'm explaining it.
Yeah, I think you're very accurate in that explanation. There's kind of these 4 realms that are close enough together that if your characters get a high enough level, you can kind of bounce between them, but they also create like the beginnings of the full multiverse. Now that we have Planescape to be like all the outsides of the multiverse, and we have Ravenloft to kind of be like the
Phantom
underworld.
Zone.
Yeah, like the
Phantom
negative
Zone.
Phantom Zone, negative zone.
Negative Zone is Marvel.
Phantom Zone is DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It makes sense.
That has one of the dumbest effects ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I can't do it.
Okay, so Eberron gets put out in 2003.
Yeah.
And it gets put out by Ken Baker.
Yes.
Who is just a guy who submits his setting to a contest.
Yes, it's weird because I was looking up Wikipedia before scripting this episode, and one of the weirdest and confusingest facts about him that kind of makes no sense, and I don't believe it makes sense in my headcanon because he was going to do Eberron for a VR MMO idea of his.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense at this point in time and still is weird because VR MMOs is a big term because of Sword Arc. And I might do Shangri-La Frontier Season 2.
Yeah, we'll do that in a different week.
Yeah.
This is like he literally was creating a steampunk MMO that ended up getting canceled.
Yeah.
And he submits it to Wizard of the Coast for a contest that's like, vote on your favorite new setting because we don't have any good ideas.
Yeah.
And he ends up creating this world with Warforged and Artificers.
Yes.
There's like spaceships that are powered by magic, like big
Not
space
really
is wrong. More like airplanes, right?
Yeah, no, train.
Yeah, but they're like air trains.
Yes,
They're
that's
like
what I mean.
air boats.
Electric train.
If you've ever
Electric
played,
magic train.
if you've ever played Final Fantasy and you've seen like the airship you get, that's like they have these in Eberron.
Yes.
And it's like a mainstay item. It's almost like we took it out of
Final Fantasy and we just turn it into a train.
Well, also we took it out of Spelljammer.
Yeah.
It's like we took the airboats out of Spelljammer and put them in here to go with our magically infused golems.
Yes, which are Warforged, which are basically, we have to explain the lore before we have to explain Warforged. There are 5 nations, really 7 continents and 5 nations. And for the past 100 years, or really 102 to 2 years, all the nations were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And the main monster region got nuked about a few years ago. And now when our setting starts, the war is over. And now basically all the nations, the 4 other nations are like starting to become back to normal with them realizing it's been so long. They don't realize what the hell's going on when it comes to the humans are like, well, I've been in war all my life and now I have to do normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what does that matter for Warforged? They're basically the robot version of the setting. They're like the Bender if he was magic-based.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And these robots are created by people who have dragon marks.
Yes.
So the dragon marks are essentially, you can only access magic by having a dragon mark, which isn't like it's not like a coin. It's like a physical manifestation of magical energy that you have in almost like inherited. So you have to be part of one of the few clans or the few races or lineages on the plane to get access to magic. And those are like the politically influential houses.
Yes. The setting is a mix of both Indiana Jones, World War II period pieces, and the Meteest Falcon, which is an actual thing the creator said.
Yep. A lot of like searching for this Deus Ex Machina or this MacGuffin.
Right.
A lot of like, we can only be powerful if our clan is winning. So we struggle, but it's now because the war is over, all these struggles are happening behind the scenes instead of front of it. So you're like one of the people who's like, oh, we're going to hire you. We're the Dragon Mark house of this. We're going to hire you to go steal an item from this other house.
And each house is like, there are 13 houses, really 12 officially. And
then a secret house.
Yeah, the secret house
but it's a secret.
The way I think about the secret house is, this is the inspiration for Ravnica for D&D, MTG, which, you're a level 2 judge. And the point is, we're going to talk about magic next week for the final part. But before we say that, the point is, we have Kalistar, which are basically the weird thing about that race is it's psionic, but in psionic in a good way, in Mike's opinion, being dream-based.
Yeah, less of the anybody can have it, more of the like we have specific groups of people that get access to it, and they already have drawbacks that make it balanced again.
Right.
We've kind of fixed psionics. I still don't like it, but at least I can live with it now.
Yeah, sorry.
But the other thing is, this is the first setting that we have that has a book coming out right now.
Yes, kind of. It was going to come out a month from like the start of the show, but now it's delayed until December because I think the reason is printing error. But anyhow, the good news is the Forgotten Realm book is coming back. And leave a comment down below if you want me to continue the D&D, do a remake of the Forgotten Realms video, because I feel like that video didn't do good views and it was like a basics video. I felt like doing deep dive more with Forgotten Realms. Yeah, leave a comment down below. But anyhow, point is Eberron, D&D's last major setting. And now next time for our finale, we're either going to do all the other niche settings plus the settings for Magic the Gathering all in one video, which I'm going to call the filler finale.
Yep.
Hope you like the video and leave a comment below. If you like this Eberron video, just comment saying bye-bye for now. And yes, I'm not wearing my glasses because Michael's off screen somewhere else in story. But anyhow, just comment saying bye-bye for now.